I'm hyped. All-Star Weekend is this weekend. Kent Whitmore's out, and our two guys, Clint and Denny, get well soon. Let's get it.
At the point guard, at 6'0", number 5, Fred VanVleet. At the forward, 6'7", number 1, Amin Thompson. At center, 6'10", number 28, Alfred Chingu. Starting at the other guard, at 6'4", number 4,
Happy Monday, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Good evening to all of you. Moments away, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Washington Wizards. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Fred VanVleet.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
So a look at our starters for the Wizards. They've got Marvin Bagley. He's out there with George. Johnson is out there with Isaiah Jackson. And it's Nembhard in at the shooting guard. And for Houston, VanVleet and Green man the backcourt. Tari Eason is out there with Alperon Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 3. No shortage of speed on the court tonight, Clark.
Sad to see my man Fred VanVleet just diminish himself in order to try to get wins, and he's not even getting that many wins. The Rockets aren't even up there in the Western Conference, and it's wild. I think they just have the case of too much talent on one team. It's weird to say, they got so many assets and just different talent and all that stuff. It's just crazy that they're not successful, but it kind of makes sense because it's just so crowded. Not necessarily at the center position, but I don't know, it's just so crowded. It's almost like the Thunder. The Thunder needed to subtract in order to add. In this universe and in the real one, as far as like Josh Giddey, you know what I mean? There's just too much going on. Josh Giddey just added too much. And this Thunder, you know, had to get rid of Jalen Williams and get Tobias Harris in there. Get rid of Lucas Dort. Because it's just, I don't know. It's just a case of too much talent, man. You got the new rookie Thompson twin in there. I don't know how you fit it all in there, pause. But like, as far as us, there's a clear difference between me, Nembhard, and Tyus Jones. That's the point.
And so it's Marvin Bagley making highlights for Washington. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. Back to the game after this break.
27.
So checking out, you know, the final standings, because All-Star Weekend is this weekend. I'm in the rookie versus sophomore game. Yeah. I'm in the dunk contest. Holla at all the voters and all that. Good shit. And I want to say, kind of surprisingly, I'm in the All-Star game, but I'm not a starter, y'all. Actually, I'm like one of the last ones to be picked for real. My stats aren't necessarily matching the talent on the court. Do you see this? This is worth like 4 points right here. This whole play is worth, it's gotta be worth like 4 points, bro. Cause like, come on. People want to see that in the All-Star game, bro. They don't want to see Nikola Jokic jogging around. You feel me? But I get it. You gotta have the starters and the popularity and all that other good stuff. But man, come on, bro. You see me out here. I gotta be more popular than what y'all telling me, man. But yeah, I'm in the All-Star game or whatever. I'll probably end up getting like, I don't know, a few minutes. I'll probably get a few minutes, man. I'll tell you one thing though. Oh my God. Ew.
Welcome, everybody. Before we talk about the first half, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
Well, unfortunately, they're without KD, one of the best scorers we've ever seen. The guy they rely on to get buckets when they need him the most.
Much easier game to plan without him. Like, you don't even have to, like, put anything on the board if you're a coaching staff. He affects the games in so many areas, man. He's tough.
Yeah, but he's not there, so we're not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about it.
And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now.
I know what Shaq's going to say. Elbow sandwiches. Those guys are physical, and they've controlled the glass. They gave the impression that they wanted it more, Shaq.
To be honest, all I heard was sandwiches. When's the food getting here?
Jalen Green
Launching off the ground and throwing it down with ease. Boy, can Green get up.
Bagley, a screen on Green. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Wizards out in front, leading by just 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4.
Fred said, don't feel sorry for me. Leading scorer, 26 points. Thompson, 23, 7 and 6. Looking like a pretty good rookie right there. Jalen Green with 21, and they still all took the L, bro. I had 23, 2 and 3. See, that's why I'm at the end of the All-Star roster. That right there.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Paul George.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. We've got Johnson. Marvin Bagley is out there with Isaiah Jackson. Then it's George. And it's Nembhard in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Mavericks, Irving in the backcourt with Luka to his side. Washington out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Lively in at the center position. Hey, Brett, now that we are past the midway point of the season, it's fair to say games like these become even... There's the pass to Washington. Outside Irving. Over in the corner, Doncic. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Nembhard. Guarded by Doncic. Bagley kicks to Johnson. From 12 feet out. Goes back up. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle.
I honestly wasn't sure of the timing, but I think this All-Star game and basically the rest of the season after is going to be proven the Wizards having a new squad. And I'm not talking about trades or nothing. I'm just saying we got Paul George, and I expected him to be the number one. And at some point, I expected him to pass the torch. I didn't know if that was going to be next season or the playoffs or the beginning of the season, middle of the season, what? I had no idea. But, you know, seeing that he came up his last 5 games and he's playing well and he's at 19 points a game, and that's not cutting it for an all-star. You just kind of have to have that realization, like, oh, okay, this isn't necessarily my team. I'm just, you know, the Robin. Which is cool, because now it's clear that I'm Batman, you feel me? So now we can really, like, get to it and just be clear. I love that pass, too.
First half, a competitive game so far. The Mavericks on top, leading by a point. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, PJ. Hot start offensively. How do you continue that in the second half?
I think we did a great job of attacking the rim and kicking out to our teammates and making open shots. So we got back away from that in the second quarter, but we got to do a better job of that coming out of halftime.
Stick with what works, right? Thanks for your time.
Greetings all. Halftime is upon us and an entertaining game with the Dallas Mavericks battling away.
You've got to appreciate the energy they've shown in the first half, attacking in transition. Any chance they get to run out, they're taking it.
Against them, if you don't make it a half-court game, you're hurting yourself.
And another important topic, injuries. Let's take a look at what's happening across the NBA.
Well, unfortunately, they're without KD, one of the best scorers we've ever seen. The guy they rely on to get buckets when they need him the most.
Much easier game to plan without him. Like, you don't even have to, like, put anything on the board if you're a coaching staff. He affects the games in so many areas, man. He's tough.
Yeah, but he's not there, so we're not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about it.
Thanks for spending halftime with us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
So one thing I kind of wish 2K did, you know, if they really, really wanted to add to my eras and all that, or MyNBA, excuse me, is add the all-star reserves, man. Not the reserves like who come off the bench, but I see Kevin Durant is injured for 1 or 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in the all-star game, and I'm pretty sure he's not playing, so somebody's going to replace him, but I don't know who's going to replace him. So I kind of wish 2K kind of, you know, had the actual, like, reserves for people who are injured, and, you know, people who come in just to replace somebody. Kind of wish they said that. Also, it's kind of wild. Like, I'm hearing, like, the Mavericks are struggling, but the Mavericks are struggling in this game. I'm not worried about them.
Shot clock at 5. And Johnson with the stop.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here.
Doesn't go. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. PG, you guys look confident out there, and especially yourself. How were you so effective offensively?
I just kept moving. You know, within our offense, you know, the key is to move. You know, my teammates do a great job of setting screens and getting me open. You know, I just got to, you know, stay within offense.
Well, it was great flow tonight, and it led to a good win, man. Congratulations. Kevin?
And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. as New Balance presents our player of the game, the Cobra.
It's funny, the Mavericks drafted Matt Buzelis, I think his name is, but with Ayo Dosunmu playing now on the squad, and Green, it's just, he's not going to get any playing time. He's just going to be watching from the bench. 25, 6 and 6, 0 turnovers. My guy, that's what we need right there. Double-double. So, I meant double-double by me. I had 17 and 12. But we in the rookie versus sophomore game. So the rules I have for this is, have the All-Star sliders, of course. Go check out that video if you haven't when it comes to All-Star weekend sliders. Even though, I don't know. Anyway, game speed up, and the quarters are at 10 minutes instead of 12. So it equals out to 40 because I think they do 20 and a half. But anyway, there's Stephon Castle right there. Our rookies are pretty talented, even though, you got Chet Holmgren, you got Wendy, Keontae George is coming up some, but, you got Reed Shepard with the ball right there, Cody Williams, Alex Sarr setting the pick, getting the dunk, French on French crime, what? Dunking on Wemby. The Thompson twins are on their squad, but I don't know. I think we got a little squad, man. I like the progression of Stephon Castle. He's doing pretty good for himself.
He's ahead. They're up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together.
We're missing Craig Porter because he's injured, but he would definitely be playing in this joint for sure. But yeah, I'm not really worried about the score. I just, I just kind of just want to have fun. That's pretty much all I want to do. That's the whole point of all this, man. Scoot Henderson coming down the lane. Talk about all-star dunks. I usually don't do other people's replays, but Scoot Henderson, he deserved that one because he kind of went crazy. Speaking of Matt Buzelis, there he goes right there playing the crappiest defense, but it's not like it matters. This man did the double. Ooped it to himself. Come on now. Castle. No. Presents. I don't even know how to say his name. Podziemski? Look at the hustle. Is my hustle up? Is that attribute up? Cause damn. Say nah. It's like, I think it's at like 70. Anyway, for 3. You already know. Let's go. Wearing the Cobra 1 All-Star weekends. The debuts.
Rebound by the rookies.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Little in and out on him. Yeah, remember when Stars came out with All-Star colorway shoes, man?
They set the pick.
What a time. What a time. Oh, I created too much space. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go.
That's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Rookies lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Off on the second. Wembanyama looking it over. Sweet move. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Trying his luck from deep. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Wembanyama. Rebound by the rookies. Here's Johnson. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And Thompson slams it home.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the charts.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
Nice job.
Yeah, so usually the scoring is super high at like wacky levels, you feel me? But for this game, I don't know. It's not very high, and it's not like there's a lot of defense being played. You just seen that right there, but like, I don't know, the most you might get is a block, but for the most part, everyone's just kind of doing what they want to do. You feel me? I'm doing what I want to do at least. I'm just going to speak for myself. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do out here. You feel me? Like, I don't see no defense that's really going to stop me. Not like that's the point anyway, but I don't know. This man Chet want to be in the way. Don't do it to yourself. I just dunked on 2 people, dog. Let's go. And I flexed on him. Let's go. Just had a Zach Ricochet. I don't know how to say his name. Exciting. The back of his jersey. Nah, it's crazy. They got teammates going against each other.
He doesn't know how to step off the
Brandon Miller versus Alex Sarr. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know why my controller. Yeah. Anyway.
Offline with his 3. Miller's gone.
I don't know how we got up like this. It was just kind of a blur. But I'll take it, man. I'm telling you. I know everyone's playing bullshit defense or whatever, but listen. The rookies is here to stay, bro. And this rookie class has been shitted on. You feel me? Like to the 10th power, bro. People are saying this is the worst draft since they don't even know when. You know what I'm saying? Damn, get that game. Hey, Amon. I was about to say Amon Thompson? Crazy. I don't know.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be
But yeah, it's crazy. Oh, yeah, we got Nikola Topic sighting. Donovan Clingan sighting. Listen, we got some solid rookies, bro. I know Wembanyama's a star and all, but damn, that was kind of clutch.
And so they foul intentionally. The rookies call timeout.
That's wild. I've never seen a score so low. Even though I turned, the minutes down to 10, it's just like, wow. You would think we weren't scoring like almost every possession, but at least it felt like we was. I don't know. I mean, there's a few missed threes in all of it. Come on, man. Like, we doing stuff like that. Make it make sense, man. Anyway, hit him with a little freeze. Doo-doo. Freezes him. Too late for Holmgren to come over and help. About to end this joint. I gotta get the MVP, man. Like, I gotta put that on the resume. Rookie versus sophomore MVP trophy. Let's get it.
Is looking very bright with these guys, Kevin.
Terrific young players. It sure is. You're right, Greg. And this really was a fun contest to watch, as it always is. We hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks so much for joining us. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
Shit, yeah, I guess happy Valentine's, apparently. Wembanyama went crazy. 30 points. Not enough, though. Not enough. Because I got 22, 6, 1, and 2 steals. Alex Sarr got 12 points. Reed got 10 points. I love it. So, we're getting into the 3-point contest. And guess who is in it? It was funny, I made a comment about the 3-point contest some weeks back, saying that they don't necessarily have 3-point shooters. They just have people that can shoot threes, right? Like, there's a little distinct difference. And I'm noticing that Anthony Edwards is still in the, running to be in the contest, which is crazy, but his 3-point percentage matches a person who, should be in the 3-point contest. And I think that's funny because, people are actually saying that about Anthony Edwards in real life now. Like, he's shooting too many threes or whatever. And he's saying, well, fuck him because his 3-point percentage isn't even bad. He's actually shooting pretty good. So why not keep shooting the threes? And it's funny enough because he's actually doing that this season in this universe, in this game, so much to the point to where he's in the 3-point contest, and it's unironically, you know what I mean? It's not like a shooters versus guys who, like, it's just, you got Desmond Bane in there, Tyrese, like, yeah, he actually deserves to be. He's in the final round. He's in the, like, he does have a chance to actually win this whole 3-point contest. It's crazy to think about, but that's Anthony Edwards now. And it's wild. I had nothing to do with that. The game just did all that by itself. But Malcolm Brogdon ends up being the winner. Tyrese Halliburton comes in third. You know what's next? The slam dunk contest. Let's get it. You gotta wonder who's in it. So we got Shaedon Sharpe, we got the Thompson twins, and you got your boy. I'm not gonna show y'all the whole slam dunk contest. You know what? I can take this opportunity to actually advocate for just revamping the dunk contest in general. I understand there's been like changes, slight changes here and there on how to dunk, etc., what to pick. I'm going to just say the slam dunk contest in 2K is in its weakest state. It's almost as weak as my GM. Like, this whole thing's got to be revamped, bro. I'm taking what I can from this dunk contest. You feel me? But the dunk contest in general, in real life, needs to be kind of revamped. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, we kind of need to, I don't know. We got to do something. but how crappy it is in real life is like, it's even crappier in the game. Like, they can't even replicate how crappy it is in real life. I don't know, man. This is one of those things where it's like, if there was another game out there, like, I don't want to say live because live is trash, but if there was another game out there that had a slam dunk contest, maybe 2K would get on their shit. So I feel like they don't need to. Why would they? They're the only slam dunk contest with an NBA whatever out, unless you're talking arcade. But simulation wise, they're the only ones out, so why not? But it's like, damn, bro. Like, can y'all please pay attention to some of this shit? Please pay attention to my GM. Please pay attention to All-Star Weekend. Don't just have this joint just on here. You feel me? I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. I won a slam dunk contest, though, as a rookie, so you can go ahead and put that on my resume. So we got rookie versus sophomore MVP, slam dunk contest champion, and I just subbed into the All-Star game, second quarter. I mean, it just feels good to be in the game with all these names. Like, I deserve my name to be on the same court as Jokic and Melo Ball. You know what I'm saying? All these people are my peers at this point. Gotta love that. You gotta love that. The scoring in the All-Star game is a little bit more regular. I don't know why. It's still not necessarily up to par with how I want it to be. There's got to be a couple more tweaks and changes, but at the same time, I don't know, people just don't make every single shot they ever take, like, whether they're open or not, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have a tiny bit of realism. But I don't know, it's just not. I mean, mind you, there are some things that happen in the All-Star games that don't happen in regular games. Y'all can check all the regular games you can possibly check. I got plenty of seasons of them. The moment it gets to an All-Star game, things change. You feel me? Dunks change. Passes change. Dribbling changes sometimes. Like, usually my dribbling is the same, but still, dunks change, bro. We just seen Scoot Henderson do a oop to himself, put that bitch between his legs twice like a slam dunk contest, and yeah, you feel me? And yam that joint. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just try to get the score up, because people do block. I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, stuff like that's gotta happen. Feel me? John Morant's got to do. He's got to upstage Scoot Henderson. You do that in the rookie versus sophomore. I could do that in the All-Star game type shit. You feel me? But it's fun though. It's really fun just being on the court with all these people, bro. Now that I have a taste of it though, because this is just a tiny little taste. This is just a sample of what I could be doing as a starter. Feel me? Like, look at that. Look at that. I'm making an impact as a 12th man on the bench. I just dunked on Anthony Edwards, bro. Like, come on, man. Got the bench standing. Like, let's go, bro. Keep me in the game. Fuck.
They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. Johnson from outside, and no luck with that time on the post. Sees him get over 30 points. Back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to...
I don't know how much y'all know about basketball, but there's always been this kind of myth for a long time that the East and West don't play the same type of basketball. You feel me? Like, it's one league, but when you're on the West, it's different than just playing on the East. Let's go, man. And I guess fundamentally the difference is the difference in the geography. So, like, you're talking about New York, you're talking about the East Coast, you're talking about cities. It's a lot more dribbling, there's a lot more guards. You know what I'm saying? It's more like a guard play type of thing compared to the West. A lot more space. I don't want to say slower pace, but like, you know, a different pace. You feel me? So when you're playing a West team, there's like bigger people on the team compared to when you're playing an East team. You just have more skilled guards. And that's kind of like been playing out a little bit throughout the history of the NBA. Whenever they did East-West. So that's pretty much what's going down right now. Like, the West is the big people again, and you're just taking advantage. And the East is, you know, the guards and small forwards. And we're doing what we can, but this is not enough. This is not enough. I did get more PT because I was hot, though. So shout out to Coach, whoever was coaching.
Cast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our all-star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
Mr. We Did It himself leads the Eastern with 27, 7, and 6. I ended up with 8 minutes, but 9 points. Let's go, man. Luka Doncic, 40 points on the West. He ends up getting the MVP of the All-Star game. I'll get mine. Don't worry.